Hey guys, and welcome to the third video in the 10-day series where we're going to be looking at barriers. So what are barriers? Well, a barrier is basically anything that's a roadblock or something that's going to stop you from achieving the goal that you've set. So you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to gain muscle, you're trying to get better, but there's a roadblock. There's things in the way that are making it harder for you to achieve these things. So the idea of identifying barriers up front means that we can address them before they happen. Because what happens when you come up to a barrier and you haven't addressed it is that you respond in a reactive way. So that's why at the end of the day, what we're looking at mainly with our barriers is being proactive. We want to be proactive in overcoming things before they happen rather than responding to them. So the easiest way to think about barriers is to think about how did you fail or why did you fail in the past? So if you have tried to lose weight, you've tried to get fitter, you've joined a gym, pretty much everybody has done this at some point in their life. So think back to what those situations were. Why did you fail then? You know, what was it that made you unable to achieve the goal that you set out to achieve? So if you were trying to lose weight and 2 months in you found that you just couldn't eat those salads every day, or you couldn't get to the gym because of time issues, what were the things that were stopping you? And then when you've identified what was stopping you, you've got to think about how can you change that this time? How can you make it so that this thing won't be a problem for you? What solution can you put in place to ensure that you're going to be able to overcome it and to be able to get to your goal without this being a barrier? The other thing we want to do is identify any potential future barriers. So not just barriers that you've had in the past, but with your current life now, what can you see that has changed since you've tried then that could be a barrier? So if you've got young kids now since you last tried to lose weight, that's probably going to be something that you need to address because your time is going to be limited. You may be more stressed out, sleep deprived, all these things. And so the idea of this is taking an honest look at why you've not been able to achieve something in the past, what is going to stop you achieving things in the future, and then setting out some steps that are going to help you to overcome these barriers when they arise. Now, the ideal situation is that these barriers never actually come up because you've put so much stuff in place to ensure that it never gets to that point. Now, obviously, things are still going to happen. Things are going to break down. Things are not going to work. You're not going to be able to get to your goals as quick as you want, or all those sorts of things can happen. But the more things that you get out of the way, the more things that you can stop before they happen, the more chance you have of success. Now, when you have a good plan, the whole idea of making the plan is to ensure that your chances of success are as high as possible. So there's always going to be the potential that you don't succeed. There's always going to be the potential that you don't get to your goals, and that's fine. But the more things that you can do, more things that you can put in place up front to ensure that you get there, you've made your chances of succeeding much higher. So go ahead and have a good think about what has stopped you in the past and how you're going to be able to overcome them moving forward. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at support systems and how support systems can help you to achieve your goals as well. So stay tuned for them, and any questions you have, as always, just send me an email, send me a message on Facebook, or give me a call.